I love Begum. I live for Begum. I want to be with Begum for 7 Janam.
Ow! Oh, my muscle got pulled and my eyes are watering.
Oh.
Like crazy. हाय जानी, बहुत मज़ा आ रहा है। यकीनन आप लोग इमेजिन नहीं कर सकते कि इस वक्त मैं किस जगह पर हूँ। किस जगह पर हूँ ये तो नहीं बता सकती, टॉप सीक्रेट है, लेकिन ये बता सकती हूँ कि मेरे साथ आज बैठे हैं जॉन, जिनकी ये किताब मेरे हाथ में है। और ये इनकी किताब ही कह रही है कि ये स्टोनवॉल स्ट्रॉन्ग है। पाकिस्तान के अंदर आज तक गे को हमेशा गाली समझा गया है, लेकिन अमेरिका में ऐसा नहीं है। जॉन से पूछते हैं कि कैसे अचीव किया ये सब कुछ। जॉन, हाय, such a pleasure to meet you. So where I come from, in my country, Pakistan, gay is a curse. It's a gali. Gali in Urdu means it's a, curse word. To call somebody gay is like giving somebody a gali. It's like abusing them. And I don't know, was it ever like that in the United States of America?
Sure, we had other words for it. One word that has been kind of reclaimed by young people, especially as the word queer. When I was growing up, to be called a queer was kind of like the N-word, for gay people. But by reclaiming the word and changing the meaning of it, they've sort of softened the sting of it, although it still is a very sensitive word for people of older generations.
John, in your work, and obviously I'm sure you must have done a lot of research, and you've lived a very, very active life. Do people become gay as a psychological sickness, or are people born a certain way?
Well, the science seems to show that people are born kind of genetically programmed to be gay or straight, and that perhaps our environment contributes to that, but I always like to say that the only choice where it comes to being gay is whether we choose to accept the fact that we are gay or spend all of our time and energy fighting against it. That's the only choice.
when did you write this book, John?
Well, I started thinking about writing a book about gay men's resilience in 2011, and I read an article for The Atlantic called The Power of Choosing Resilience, and that was in 2013. So I started working on the book proposal and going through several different literary agents before I finally found the right agent who got a contract for the book. And the book was published in hardcover at the end of 2017, and it just came out in a new paperback for Stonewall 50.
Acha, I'm glad that you used the word agent. Now, many people back home in Pakistan think that I'm an agent also. They think I'm a Zionist agent, and that, my agenda in life is to make everybody in Pakistan gay. Do you think, John, in your research and through your experience in life, do you think I can make people gay?
No.
Oh, I'm flabbergasted. I'm shocked. You don't think I can turn people gay?
No, I don't think so. As fabulous as you are.
मेरे लिए बहुत मुश्किल है आप लोगों के सामने आकर के ये बोलना that I am the queen of the world और मैं इस दुनिया पे राज करूंगी क्योंकि मुझे कोई रोकने वाला नहीं है।
अच्छा, अगर किसी को गे बनाना हो, if you wanted to make somebody gay, what's the easiest way? What's the easiest recipe to cook a gay?
Well, I guess the easiest recipe would have to be to try to conceive a child and, keep going until you get a gay one.
Well, darling, God has given me everything except one. I can't mother children. And that is the reason I believe that all children of the world are my children. मैं हर बच्चे को अपना बच्चा समझती हूँ क्योंकि मैं अपने कोख से बच्चा पैदा नहीं कर सकती। Lekin, things have changed and you have progressed. In your book and in your experience, what would you contribute? What would you think would be the biggest reason? Not the biggest reason, but the strongest point how gay people survive in the US.
Well, I write about exactly that in Stonewall Strong. How in the years before the Stonewall riots in 1969, gay men still found each other and were able to communicate with each other and identify with each other. They used coded language to be able to speak with one another in public without heterosexuals knowing what they were talking about. And what really changed at Stonewall 50 years ago is that LGBT people finally stood up and said, enough, we are not going to play along with the rules of the game in which we are always the losers. And gay people, LGBT people finally stood up and said, we are the authors of our own story. We'll tell our story in our voices. No one else is going to tell our story for us. And that was very powerful. It really resounds powerfully for us as individuals and as a community to claim our own story.
I hold the camera. I'm a friend of Ali's, and I live in Washington, and I work for the U.S. government. I'm a scientist and a doctor, and I used to live in Pakistan. I've done a lot of international work over the years. I lived in Pakistan for 5 years and met Ali when I was there, and we became very dear friends. And he came for the summer to visit, and he's launching a YouTube channel. He's a big international star in subcontinent India, Indo-Pak.
What you do at the FDA?
I'm a scientist.
Yeah.
You already recording, Greg?
Oh no, I'm. Oh
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Okay, John, I have a very important question now, and this is something that most Pakistanis will be very interested in hearing. बल्कि मैं तुम लोगों की तारीफ करने वाली हूँ. You see, I come from a country where men are celebrated. Men are very powerful. We are a very patriarchal society, male-dominated. In fact, if you got a dick, it doesn't matter how big it is or small it is. But if you got a dick, it's your license to kill. Basically, you can get away with anything if you have a dick, if you're a man. But unfortunately, women aren't that lucky. I mean, women are killed in Pakistan, over petty issues. Benazir Bhutto was killed. We're not going to get into that. But, when we talk about gay, so there are a lot of gay men who still kind of get by, get around, survive. But for a woman to come out as lesbian in Pakistan is extremely difficult. So now, in America, I just want to understand, was it the same? Was it easier for men to be gay versus women to be gay?
Well, in America, from everything I've read and heard and observed, it's usually been considered easier for women to come out as lesbian than for men to come out as gay. And because of our patriarchal culture, where by coming out as a gay man, you presumably surrender your privilege as a man, and you make yourself as a woman. That has been the way heterosexual men have categorized us, as a way of separating themselves from us and kind of disinvesting us with our male power, our male authority. So, yeah, it does seem a little different here.
Okay, cool. My last question, John, and I'm very interested, Stonewall Strong. I'm sure a lot of Pakistanis should be interested in reading this book also. It's not going to convert you. It's not going to make you gay. It's just going to educate you about accepting realities of life and letting people be. And I think that's very, very important. But what would your message be to Pakistanis, to people who are too afraid to come out, as or for who they are? And how important do you think is it to be honest about who you are?
Well, I think it's very important to be honest about who you are. As Hamlet said, this above all else, to thine own self be true. And if you're true to yourself, you can't be false to anyone. But the lesson of Stonewall, again, is about telling our own story, saying this is who I am, not letting other people define who we are in their terms and according to their fears and prejudice. But at the same time, in a culture that is very oppressive and homophobic, people have to be able to survive and hold on to their dreams.
If they ever made a movie on your book, is there a character I could play as a straight woman that I am, a very straight woman? Is there a character for me in your book or in your film?
I'm sure we could we could have one.
Will I have to sleep with you for that, darling?
Nah.
Now, will I have to perform
This
sexual
is- this
favors
is
to you,
the-
darling?
This is the era of Me Too, you know, we don't do that.
Me too.
और हमें डराने वाली बोले ये जाने कि जब हम एक होते हैं तो शासन से जाते हैं हुकूमतें गिर जाती हैं Tonight is gay pride to be who I am. मैंने अपने मुंह पर काले रंग का मेकअप लगाया था और मैं कलर्ड हूँ और लोगों सुन लो कि हम अपने घर से करने वाले नहीं हैं And to the people of the world, let me say that these people are the best people in the world. हम एक हैं, एक रहेंगे, हमेशा एक रहेंगे। अभी जोर किस पे हुआ? ये पर। हम ये पर जोर रखेंगे। हम ये हैं, ये और ये और इसके बाद मैं नाचूंगी, मैं बहुत नाचूंगी और मैं इतना नाचूंगी कि नाचते नाचते अपने झुमरू तोड़ दूंगी। आज साड़ियाँ उतरने वाली हैं और मैं बताना चाहती हूँ कि साड़ियों के साथ जो हमारे दोस्त यहाँ जमा हैं वो सुन लें कि ये साड़ी हमारे एशिया को साउथ एशिया को यूनाइट करती है ये हमारे साउथ एशिया का लिबास